I am here with Jen James, who created the Crisis Text Line.
Well, I want to share, I didn't create. Nancy Nublin is our wonderful CEO, but I did create the remote volunteers and that program and the training, so we appreciate that.
Of course.
I want to give cred where cred's due, but I'm still kind of a badass.
You are a badass, and I think that that's what we should celebrate. And everyone knows, like, I have a huge passion for volunteering, so in my mind's eye, she is the creator and of what I am passionate about.
Thank you so much.
Text everybody, but also tell everybody what exactly the Crisis Text Line is and what you do for it.
Absolutely. So what's really cool is you're probably watching this on your phone, you probably do everything on your phone, right? Nancy Lublin recognized that there's not enough crisis intervention for people who only communicate via text messaging. And so that's how Crisis Text Line was born. It was really born by, she worked with DoSomething.org. Look it up, it's a wonderful organization. They do a lot of youth like social work and social change. And they got a text in that said, "He won't stop raping me, it's my dad." And they recognized there's no place for these people to go to. So they provided resources to this person, and they've never heard back from her, but she's the one who inspired the Crisis Text Line. And so I came along and helped develop a training to help remote volunteers who's all over the world. You need to be have a social security number to be able to do a background check, 18 or over. And now we have over 4,000 volunteers since 2000. I launched the pilot March 2014, and now that was 20 people, and now we have over 4,000 volunteers. But we have a higher volume because our name's out there, and people understand who we are and know that you can text in hello to 741-741 if you're in crisis. And so our volume's going up, but we need to max that with our volunteerism. So we're looking for people who have a good heart, people who, we're not there to teach you to be kind, because you should be kind, we don't want dicks. You don't want to be a dick to people, right?
No, I don't think that's
right.
Not working for you either.
Right, and so it's like, we don't want, everybody should know that motto, right? You just got to be a nice person, right? But we're going to teach you skills on how to help anyone with any issue that they're facing. So you don't have to be an expert in suicide prevention or intervention. You don't have to be an expert for someone who's dealing with eating disorder or self-harming, because the conversation and the training that you go through with us will help you in the gambit of issues that we see. No crisis, we don't judge your crisis. Every crisis is different. Someone who's suffering from a breakup is that hot as a moment as someone who may be suicidal. Now, of course, that person who's suicidal may be at more risk, and we're going to try to really help them in this moment, but we still respect that you're having a moment of crisis and we're there for you.
And can I ask what motivated you to get involved and to do something?
My story's kind of weird. It might be a whole nother session that you might want to go with, but what I can tell you is I have lived experience. So I'm 22 years ago, when I was in college, I attempted suicide, and I didn't know. In the 90s, you just didn't talk about it, you swept it under the rug. And so as I grew and I graduated as a filmmaker, I was like passionate and creative, and as I grew, I recognized that there was just always that I want to do, I didn't know anything that would have helped me in that moment. So I wanted to make sure that I was involved in helping others in that moment. So when people text in, it's not about me and my story. It's about me listening to their story and getting them to that moment. So I feel very proud that my street cred, I like to say, I feel like I have enough knowledge from lived experience as well as just learned experience, and that compassion, that it's really driven a really fierce passion in me to want to help each other. And I appreciate that Nancy Lublin recognized that and brought me on board.
So obviously, I think the question that everyone is currently wondering is, what can I do to sign up and become a volunteer?
That's the best question. You go to our website. It is crisistextline.org/volunteer. It'll bring you right up to our volunteer page. To be a volunteer, you go through a 34-hour online training. You can do it in your house, in your pajamas. You can do it at midnight. You can do it at whenever. It's on your own schedule. You may get kicked in the ass a little bit to get moving forward, because we want you to be able to help people. But once you go through that, we only ask 4 hours a week of your time, and for a certain amount of hours, and then you can complete your training. And if you want to move on, you helped us, and you've helped many lives, and you saved many lives. But hopefully you want to continue, because it's pretty awesome. It's such a a wonderful way of giving back to the world, and everybody wants to. You want to be a good human, and you're helping humans. You don't need a cape to save a life. And pants are optional, actually, because you're on your computer.
Sounds great to me, and I'll do it in my pajamas.
But if you are in crisis, and I want to say we're really looking for volunteers, but if you're in need, know you're not alone, and you can text hello to 741-741, and we're there.
So much, Jen, for this